Hello and welcome to Path of Exile, Secrets of the Atlas. I wanted to make an updated build guide specifically for Cyclone of Tumult, and it's spin to win. So if you're here, you're looking for a spin to win guide, and we're just going to get right into it. I've been debating which class to go with, and I've settled it, and we're going to go forward from there. So if you want to play a class that can, or a skill that basically runs around like this, and just kills everything, it has a great time, and is very tanky, this is the class for you. And eventually it becomes a one button build, meaning I just hold down right click and I can just spin forever, and I don't press any buttons. I won't even have healing buttons. It'll be nice and smooth. Right now I have a level 100 Berserker in the Mercenary League, and it's smooth. It does tier 17 maps, it does bosses, it does everything I want it to do. There's other options that are cheaper and more meta, but this is going to be an off-meta spin to win Cyclone of Tumult build guide, and it's going to be broken down into sections as well. The sections are roughly going to run like this. So the rookie episode is going to be levels 1 to 33, and then beginner and novice, and then right around there between 68 and 72 is when you're going to enter maps, and we're going to go through completing the maps, roughly what it costs in gear. You can do this dirt cheap though. You can do tier 16, the higher level maps, with, and I've proved it, with 10 chaos worth of gear. That's 1/100th of this, or way less than that. A tiny fraction of this. But then my guy has hundreds of divines invested, and you will be making tons of divines anyway, so you're going to be wanting to spend them on stuff, so that's what I do. So roughly we're going to follow this pattern, and this is definitely for beginners, so it's going to be detailed, but not super extremely detailed. I'll try not to. Let's get into it. Oh boy. The first screen you're going to come to is a screen like this. This is the current league, Mercenaries League. We don't want to do solo self-found. We want to be able to trade with people and not ruthless. So let's collect that one so it's highlighted, and in we go. Now I've looked at PoE Planner, which allows you to plan your skills out in advance, and I was debating on whether doing Slayer. 65% of the people that play Cyclone of Tumult play Slayer, but those are the vast majority of those are advanced players that really know what they're doing. I wanted to make a very new player friendly, tanky, easy to play, no nonsense Juggernaut. And that, to give you it's not 12% of the player base, not even 1%. It's literally only 12 players are playing Juggernaut Cyclone of Tumult. But I've done it before, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's very viable, and not only that, it's going to be viable for the tier 17 bosses. I'll even show you how to get the other 5th Ascendancy from another different Ascendancy as well. So we're going to be in great shape. There's no worries here, and not only that, I'm starting it on a free-to-play account. I have 2 accounts, and I'm going to be doing it on a separate account from scratch. So we're going to pick Juggernaut, and this will be called Cyclone.
We offered you truth, yet still you
a Cyclone class. Move that away. Cyclone
yet you wasted your strength and defiance.
Class, meaning school. Oh, it's enough. There we go. It's strange, but we're going to do Juggernaut. The good things about it are it's easier to deal with accuracy as a Juggernaut, and it's for new players. You don't have to worry about stuns. We can get rid of physical reflect. There's all kinds of things that are kind of nice. So let's get into them. And I'm going to go over a very few basics about the beginning here, how to set yourself up for success here, and then we're just going to go right to town. First thing I want you to do is go into options, go into there, go into your press escape, go into UI, come down here, And change this from over. See how it's all this extra stuff on your map? Just change that over there, and this way over here. And then it's like close. You can go over these, and I would suggest you do, just to go over them, and you can hover over them, and some of them tell you what they do, and some don't. And then we're in good shape. The filter, I would change it to default, and then I'll show you how to fix that in a future episode, or maybe even this in a future episode. The next episode, I'll show you how to do the item filter situation. Okay. Down here, you can change your mouse so you can actually see it when things get kind of confusing on screen. It's nice to have your mouse available. I like having these shown. See how they show right here as the numerical values? You don't want to have this clicked in general. You want that off. Aura icons, all this is fine. Show the mini bar. If you like a life bar and a mana bar above your head, you can do that. I don't mind it, but that's an option as well. And then when you go into the input, I would spend a little bit of time here. Just go over everything. Set up your keys like you like them. I've got shift space and space. One thing I don't like is, I'm going to move this one right over here. Now it's A, S, and Q. Nice. These are our healing flasks. They refill as we kill monsters. Same thing with this one. Nice. We're going to make one last change. We're going to left click here and put the feet there. That way when you're pointing and left clicking and moving around, you're not going to accidentally attack a creature whereas you want to just move by them. That's important. And we'll put the default attack right there. Let's get into it. All right. And these basics, we'll get through them. We're just going to pick up the club here by left clicking it. Should either auto equip it right there, or if not, just put it on there and you can enable auto equip. We're going to left click on this guy, say continue, and I'm going to right click and just beat him up. And he's going to drop our first skill gem. Skill gem, we just grab it. It's heavy strike. That's our skill now. See how this popped in here? I actually want this over here. And then we're going to left click here and just X that out. Now here's the thing, if you attack with a skill and you don't have the mana, it'll default to the default attack. You're good to go there. Nice. Now we have, this is what we're having so far. We're going to run along the water to the first, maybe a chest. We'll find out. Just going to run right around the water and forget about fighting all these guys. There we go. We're going to pick that up. We're going to ignore those guys too. And we're going to ignore all of these guys. We're just looking for the hillock fight. And then after this, we're going to get into, I'm going to let you play the game. If you have any questions about leveling, you can ask, but there's a very super detailed guide on my channel that shows all this leveling stuff. So this is just the basics, and I'm going to try to keep it in that way. On this guy, I take the map off, and what I want to do is just want to go around him like this. And just hit him once, then I'm going to use my mana potion, and then at half he gets upset, goes into an invulnerable stage, takes out a big sword, and does his thing. Lock him down. We're going to take everything that he drops. Another mana potion. Haven't used the healing potion. Okay. And you can always skip ahead. And we'll show you what you do. Very first, come on. There we go. We're going to take all this stuff. We even take the gold. We get our first point to spend. We're in great shape. We're a Juggernaut. Right now we're a Marauder. We will ascend into Juggernaut. Now we have a little more health too, because we're getting more strength. Now we're up to 32, 42, 14, and we're at 78. All right. We're going to talk to each of these guys. I don't really listen to what they say. I hope the background music or noise isn't too high. We're going to talk to this guy first, and we're going to go with Molten Strike. Let's do that. And we're going to take this, and we're just going to left click, and it should swap it out. Cool. We'll put that down there. Now, this is an unidentified item, so we can't wear it. What we're looking for is some armor items. That's good. We found one. We'll slap that in there. We could, could slap this in here, but we're not going to do that yet. Let's find out. We're going to put this Ruthless on here. And see how this is a support gem? It supports this Molten Strike. And it even has a little icon right down there too.
Stay sharp.
So if I take it off, you'll see the icon go away. If we hover over it, it'll say Molten Strike with a check mark right there. And it just enhances this spell. Not only that, it highlights it too. So it's highlighted and it says, hey, this is going to support that. Now it doesn't have to be on your weapon. This skill could be over here. But if it was over here, I would need another red socket here to support it, because I can't support it that way. No worries. Right click, there. Let's get the first thing we need. First thing I want to buy is a big two-handed axe or mace. And I want to make sure it has a double red. If it doesn't have a double red, I don't have a double red linked with the link in the middle. See how this is not linked? There's no link here. So we're going to grab that one. Cool. That was the first thing. And we're just going to switch over to be a two-handed axe player. And we know that we're going to end up as a two-handed axe player, so we're locked in to two-handed axes. We're going to be focused on those. During our campaign, we'll use a few different weapons, but once we get into the mapping and that kind of stuff, then we're going to be moving into purely axes. Okay. Now this is a rare item. I'll probably want to wear this. So we're going to actually ID it. So let's ID this. Our inventory. And that's bound with what other key. I use X for that as my inventory and C for this, for the character sheet. So for this, right click. You can now hold shift and ID a bunch of things if you had a bunch to ID. But we're just going to ID this one item. We'll look at it. Dexterity, cool. Lightning, yeah, that's nice. Throw down there. It'll help us. Lightning resistance. Gain 10 life per enemy kill. That's kind of cool too. But all this other stuff, we don't want. This, we don't want. None of this. So we're going to sell it off to him. Control left click pushes it in there. And we're going to sell that one. 5 items like these white items that we're selling, which normal, is going to get us 1 wisdom scroll. So we're 1 wisdom scroll short of what I really needed as the second item, which is a life ring. There's a few ways you could go about it. Let's go take a look at the stash right over here. And the stash is empty. And we'll left click and drag it so it's the right order. There we go. So we have, those are our stashes. There's a couple of things you could do at this point. You could delete the character, put everything in here, delete the character, and it's a much easier start if I were to do that. Meaning, if I just go like this, I take this here, this here, this here, this is a much easier way to start the game. I'm showing you it's worth it. It only takes about 1 minute and 20 seconds to kill Hillock, under 2 minutes to kill Hillock, and you're going to be way better off. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. So what I do is, we want to exit, and we're just going to delete this guy. Seems weird, the Cyclone class. Delete. Okay. So here I am. I'm going to go do this Hillock fight again. Might get something cool, and then I'll be right back in town. See you there. And this time I put the Ruthless gem in to support it before the Hillock fight, but you don't need to. Alright, we got some stuff. Very cool. And we'll take the Molten Strike again, but it doesn't really matter.
Farewell.
And we have all our stuff in here. Let's take this back out, switch over. And this just gives you an idea of how different each bit of run-through can actually start you off. We'll put this here. We're going to connect the Ruthless. Now here's the thing. The mana cost is 7 with the Ruthless support in there. And without it, only 6. That's not so bad. So it's not a higher, not that much higher. We're good here. Where did I put the, did I forget that? Nope, there it is. We'll put on those two. Nice. And that one. And we're going to vendor off all of this. We're going to, tempting to ID, but not quite yet. This is a good ring. I want to find out how many wisdom scrolls we actually have here. We're going to put these up here. These are important because we're going to vendor them 3 for 1 to get the next version up. So we're going to hold on to these. And then this stuff we should be good with. Oh, control left click. It'll put it right there in our pile. Nice. Let's vendor off this. We can vendor it to her. Ooh, that is an important item. It's a rare. I don't want to vendor that because if I vendor it without IDing it, I get 5 transmutes. I want alterations, and I'll explain why later. But this I can just vendor. We did get a couple of transmutes, and I'll explain what those are good for in a bit as well. Molten Strike. There's the Molten Strike. Good. That's just a backup. We don't need that. And we don't need that. Good. Let's sell all that stuff off. How many do we have now? 6. Here we go. Next 2 things we're going to buy. Oh boy. We're going to be looking for these. Here's the thing. I'm trying to make this as life on you as easy as possible. So if you hold down Alt, these rings, these coral rings that only sell for 3 wisdom scrolls will add 20 to 30. We're going with 28 life. There's 1, 22, 25, and this one's magic, so it costs a lot more. We don't want to buy that one. We'll buy this one. There we go. So, watch how much health we have now. 78, 106, 131. Very nice. Very relaxing gameplay now. This we're going to save for later because we want to ID it and then vendor it. And these things we can't do anything, so we're ready to play. Next thing you're going to be faced with before we go out here is this thing. We can just click that. This is called the skill tree, and you zoom out and you're thinking, this is overwhelming, this is terrible, I don't want to play this game. But it's not that bad, because guess what? As a Juggernaut, you have 2 choices right now. You can take this one or this one, and they're highlighted. This is us, Juggernaut, our Marauder area. And here's our health, our strength, here's our intelligence, here's our dexterity stat. Very cool. But we have 2 choices. We can go this. This is the damage way. Don't need that. We're going to go with this. More life, more armor. Now let's take a look at our defenses real quick and watch what happens when we add 20 armor at this level. Because at a high level, 20 armor is nothing. But at a low level, 20 armor is pretty significant on the physical damage reduction. Right now it's at 43%. We take this. Our life is at 131. Now watch that. 43, 56% damage reduction. Not too bad. And we have 147 life. Perfect. We're in good shape. This is what we're looking to list. We haven't vendored these items because we're going to use them to get really cool stuff. Second, I wonder if Bestel...
I was never there.
But we can re-specialize. We can gamble for items, but we can't use Faustus quite yet. Okay. Now, I don't want to make this episode too long. I have a tendency to do that. So, right now, if we pull up the map, and I've made it with my tilde key, which is by the escape key, you're going to be looking at things like this. Here's where we start on the beach. We run up to the town, and then you're going to have these things, and you're thinking, well, what do I do with this? This is anything to the right of this symbol is a quest that is completed. This one, they want us to go in here and do this. So they want us to head to that island. And then the way forward is the way forward. So I'm just going to go to this island, and we'll do our first fight together. Now I've got shift space and Q for my... and you can check these. These have a lot of good items as well. And we'll do our first swing. Nice. Right click. We'll even pick these white things up because we need some wisdom scrolls right now. Because we got to ID those things. We'll use our healing mana potion. We'll open up these. Oh, there's a nice one. You get a lot of wisdom scrolls. We'll leave that sword there. Now you'll also notice that, an orb of alteration. That's great. We're going to be using that. Trade for a really good item. Orb of chance. We're in great shape. Very nice. So we're just going to do this. You're going to be using your mana potions. healing potions if you have to. And if you die, you just go back to the door there that we just came through. And it's no big deal. If you're picking up these items to sell for wisdom scrolls, what you want to do is not pick up the biggest items. See how this item, if I were to pick up this versus this. There's 3 items. We'll compare them real quick, just to give you an idea. We don't have to fight all these crabs. I'm going to push up this map, and this is where the door was, and we ran over this way. These are the items. So I could pick up this item and sell it for a scrap, and 5 scraps make a wisdom scroll. Here's the scraps. Fragments, not scraps. Fragments. But this one takes up 6. That's too many, and I don't want to wear it. It has evasion. I want armor. Armor is going to help us stop being stunned. Dumped. I can hold down control and compare it to the one I have on. Red, red. Now, if this had red, red linked like that, if this was 2-socketed, and you want to make sure your sockets are being shown in your options, in your UI, there's somewhere down there is the socket thing. Always show sockets. You want that on. I would wear that. If this one had, even if it had the no armor, I'd wear it because 2 sockets, red is pretty important. Red and green, cool. Nice. Even red and green is pretty tempting. That's actually really tempting. Red and green over that. So I'd lose some dexterity. So I'm gonna swap into these. I'm gonna put that right there. I may still use these, but I don't know yet. But I'll take the red and green because we're gonna have faster attacks is the next thing. Nice. We're in good shape. These are just gonna be vendored. Now this is a 4 placement item, of 4 squares. It takes up 4 for a fragment. Not that great. But we'll keep it, and we'll keep going. Also, right up here, we've got experience into this gem. Now, there's your primary weapons and your secondary back over here. You'll have different loadouts and stuff like that for that. If you want, you can start leveling up, and we probably will. Gems in our offhands. They get experience just the same, everything's the same. But for right now, any gem you have equipped, you're going to be leveling it up. So now we bring this up, we click here, 2492, we're going to go to the second, going to level it up, and now we have 26 on average DPS. Nice. Wow, look at that. Transmute and a wisdom scroll. Very cool. We're going to take one of these wisdom scrolls and ID this ring. So, this one does quite a bit. Cast speed doesn't help us. Energy shield is actually kind of cool because it'll help with some stuns. We regenerate some life. See how we're not regenerating any life? And we have some extra mana. So I'm at a dilemma. That's the better version. Do I swap out 25 health for all of that? We get a little bit of, see that energy shield popped up? Oddly enough, that's actually a good thing because it'll help with stuns. And then we get a little bit of regen. See how it's regenerating our health? I think that's worth it. And not only that, that's not even counting the damage. Watch our damage. 26. 31. That's like a 20% increase. So I'm cool with... Oh, here's the bad guy. He found us. Now this bad guy fight, I take the map off, and you really want to barely get some hits in on him. He's going to target where you're standing with fire, and it's going to be bad. Ugh. It's going to make you walk in fire. You don't want to be fighting a bunch of other creatures while you're doing that. See how he's yelling for other helpers, and you don't want to be running around. You want to keep it kind of tight. Whoa. We may die here. It's a tough fight because we don't have any fire resist, nothing. And I get carried away with it. Whoa, easy. That was a miss. But he has a lot of good stuff. Oh, and an augment. Very cool. Nice. Nice. And the blue items are going to be definitely... We want to be picking up blue items and rare items. Magic, blue, rare, yellow items. Like, that's a yellow item. Cool. And we're going to take this flask, too. So we're already got a lot of stuff, and I'll explain what we're going to do with it in town. Just got our first portal scroll. These can be traded in, vendored, for a wisdom scroll if you really want to. If we're hurting on those, but I don't think we want to do that. And that iron hat, I want that. Okay. Oh, another level. Perfect. And it resets all your stuff and refills all your flasks too. Let's just go over here to the waypoint. It'll be over here to the right. And then I won't be showing you as much of the fights. That showed you quite a bit of what's what. Let's go back to town. Yeah, it's highlighted this where we're supposed to go, which is right over here-ish for the quest. But we're going to go back to town and take care of some stuff here. So, portal scrolls, I could have pressed my F key. I tied it to that through options input. Way down at the bottom, F uses a portal scroll, but I don't want to use those portal scrolls for that. There we go. They're more valuable to me as wisdom scrolls at this point. Eventually, you don't want to do that, but you don't want to sell them for wisdom scrolls at the vendor. Eventually, we're in good shape here. So now we're looking at all this gear and you're thinking, oh, what a mess, right? Well, I want to wear this. Now that's not linked. It looks a link, but it's not. But it's 10 armor. So 10 armor on defense. Pretty cool. Let's see what it gets up to. 60%. Very nice. The next thing we want to probably buy is a belt, if possible. A leather belt, if possible. Don't see one here. 2 wisdom scrolls, and we can get some more damage. So we have 21, 16, and 21. So we need one more wisdom scroll. So we're just going to sell these portal scrolls for wisdom scrolls, and we're going to purchase this one right here. Why not? I'd rather it be a leather belt for life, but this is okay. Watch how much damage we get. Now this is in-town damage. Let's find out. 30.78. We throw that on. 36. That's worth it to me. Nice.
Yes.
Now we can sell. We'll sell this one. And these gloves. And that, and that, and that. Oh, it's unidentified. We don't want to sell that. Put it... We're going to have to sell it unidentified. We don't have enough wisdom scrolls to do this yet. Cool. Now at level 3, oh, this is unidentified. We're going to be able to use this. This is it requires level 3 to use it. So we're going to right click and just identify this one, and hopefully it'll be okay. The recovery rate, that's fine. We're still getting 70 out of it, so we're going to use that as our primary one. And then we're going to sell, let's see, we're going to sell 3 of these and 2 of these small ones. Let's do that right now.
Yes.
3 of these. We turn it into the next level up. That has 50, that has 70. Perfect. Ideally, I don't want to have more than a couple of these. In the same way with this one. We're going to sell this one, and this one. And we'll be able to use it because we're level 3. And we'll use that as our primary one. Now, you don't want to use it all the way down. You want to still go back and forth between these. Because as you're killing things, it'll refill all the things that are empty. You know, you don't have to like... it doesn't refill just one. It refills all your flasks as you're killing monsters. One monster, it chunks it up on all of them. Oof, we got a lot of stuff here. Let's go put this right here. That's going to be to be ID'd later, and this is just going to be, well, let's just do it. Let's just ID it and get it out of the way. We're not going to use it, but
Yes.
I wanted the alteration shards instead of the transmute shards. So we got 10 alteration shards. It's a half a transmute. Now the thing is, this is worth... I'm going to bring up something called PoE Awakened Trade. And there's a video on my channel that will show you how to do this. But it brings it up and it gives me the price in what they're worth in chaos. So 4 for 1. I can get 1 chaos for this. Now at the beginning of the league, I was only getting 15. I would need 15 of these for a chaos. But I think by the second day of the league, you can get well, probably 4 or 5 for a chaos. So, in the chaos are what we're going to use to get the gear upgrades that we need. Very nice.
Well,
So we're just going to throw all of this, control, left click, and we're just going to throw all that in there. Nice. The free-to-play account. Oh boy. Next point we're going to spend right here. Well, we could go this way, right? This is the shorter way to the main pathways around here. Because we're targeting this. This is what we want as the next stepping stone. We could go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and be there. But I know down the road, I still want these life nodes. So we're going to take this. It's got 10% armor and the life on there. So we're going to go this way. And it's got life. We're going to be, it's a tankier approach to go this way than this way. This is the more pro way. Apply. I want tankier. So there we go. We're up to 141. What happened to our armor now? 68. We're in great shape for the mud flats. Now, if you don't have any armor when you go into the mud flats, the Roas are going to stun you and kill you. They'll chain stun you. So we're going to go right back over here. Ideally, what we need are some boots that have movement speed. Ideally 10%. We're going to take a peek over here.
Welcome.
Purchase. And we're going to type in movement. We're going to go like this. And it'll highlight anything with movement speed. We don't want a shield with movement speed. We want the boots. No boots with movement speed.
Stay sharp.
Every time you level, that should change that inventory. We're going to go right back over here. Now I'm going to go into this area and I'm going to find the boss. So I'll see you over there. It's just here. That's the mud flats. This is the tidal wetland. So I'm going to go fight them and I'll be right back. I'm going to continue opening these. There's chests to open as well. I'm going to find stuff to vendor and get more of that stuff for. We have better healing potions and better mana potions now as well. When I fight these guys, this boss, he actually aims where you're running to. It's one of the very few. I usually take the map off by pressing tab. I have it so I can swap back and forth. We grab that. We grab all this stuff. You don't have to click on the gold, it'll pick it up. And then I'm going to go up here and get some more fights in, and then I'll be back in town. Blue creatures are going to have a lot more experience, and they're going to have more magic, more loot. Silver flasks, that's huge. Nice. Quicksilver flasks are, we can't ID it, and we got to hit level 4. But Quicksilver flasks speed you up by 40% increased movement. So we're working on everything here. Another way you can go back to town is just pressing escape, exit to character selection, and you can just go right back in. And then you just click play, and you should go right back to town. But then you can't, you don't have a portal to go back there. So, just make sure you don't want to go back to wherever you just left from. All right, so we did our thing. She's going to give us a choice of all these items here for turning in that medicine chest. Always take this, take this is the one that you want. Because we're going to use this one as a recipe, or we might just have 2 sprints. I think we'll probably end up with 2 sprints. We'll see what happens here. Right now we'll have 1 sprint. We'll put it here, and we'll put this one right there. We might end up with 2 though. And we have a choice here. We have momentum, ancestral call. We're going with this one 100%. Ancestral call support for Molten Strike. It's extremely important. And if you're following along and played this, you should be level 4 now, going into the mud flats. We're going to replace this ruthless one with that. Ooh, this is nice. This can go here now. Not only that, the good thing is, ideally you don't want your main attack, and you're only going to have 1 main attack, on your weapon. The reason being is you might find a weapon on the ground, another 2-handed axe, and you want to test it real quick, and kind of like a quick and dirty way. And you're looking at the DPS in town, and you're saying, again, 29, you throw your other weapon on there, and it's 42. Well, you don't want to have to swap out the gems and do all that. So that's why ideally, until you get into the end game, mapping and stuff, you don't want it. You want it off of your main hand, your weapon hand. Nice. Now we're faced with this dilemma again. Dr. Besto.
Yes?
Right now I'm in a situation where we're kind of light on the. Oh, that's a red green. Sorry, this is a red, green, and blue. It sells for a chromatic, which is really important. They're all linked. They have to be red, green, and blue. They could be 6-socketed, but as long as 3 of them are linked like that, you get that. All right. We don't have a magic item, so we're going to go to vendor that, and that. Oh, and we're going to vendor these 2 as well. Now we have 1 scroll, or 2 scrolls, and that's it. Yeesh.
Goodbye.
And we'll go into here. If super need be, you can sell these for, I think, 4. How many wisdom? Let's find out.
Hello.
Is it 4? Yeah, 4. I wouldn't suggest it right away, but it's a possibility. The better use would be to roll this, use this transmute, and hope to land some movement speed on here. So we're gonna do our first craft. So you right click on this, take this off of here and put it here. And I think you even have to remove the gems if there's gems in there. And you just craft it. We're going to turn it into a magic item. And it's going to have 1 to 2 modifiers on it, a prefix and a suffix. Maybe just one of each. Looks like we got a suffix. If you hold down Alt, it'll tell you that's a suffix. And we got some fire protection. Not great. We wanted movements. And let's go take a look. Should have done this first. Movement speed. Ooh, that important. Nope, just on that. Okay.
Well.
Next point to spend, it's going to be right here. We get some more armor. Let's take a look at our armor. 66. 68. Nice. 108 armor. And 159 health. Okay. There is a vendor recipe that allows us to take, it might even take these. If we sell a pair of boots, an augment, and that, nope. It's one other thing. Maybe it's magic, or they can't be magic boots. They'll turn into movement speed boots. But the thing is, I want this as my second movement speed flask. So I'm not going to do that. But that is a recipe that is an option, and you can craft it that way. It'll turn it in, and it'll give you some movement speed boots in return. Let's organize this a little bit better. So we've got augments here. This doesn't matter. These get turned into the constituent parts, and do something like that. Okay. And one other thing we can look for is a amulet, but it's going to cost a transmute. The amulet we'd probably want is like a mana regen. X isn't bad. We'll see. Let's keep going. What I'm doing is I'm monitoring if this flask is going to be enough. As soon as I know that one flask is going to be enough, then I'll start using 2 Quicksilver flasks. And I just have to remember to push them. We're going to go right back here, and we're going to go to the mud flats. I've got to activate these things manually, so I'll push it right now. See that little icon that pops up around me, that little floating thing? We get 2 uses out of that, and it lasts like 6 seconds. But it's a nice sprint. All right, and in this one, you're just going to get you're going to look around in this whole map. And you're going to find some eggs to put in a door. When you take the eggs, it enrages the Roas, and these Roas will, if you don't have armor, they will stunlock you to death. Not the case with us. We're in good shape. So there's one of them. Up here is a little side quest area, and we'll probably do that as well. You go in there and kill everybody in there, and then you get a reward for that. And there's a cool boss in there, a little mini boss. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Oh, and the important thing is we have Molten Strike that is now supported by the Ancestral Call. So if I aim this way, see how it shoots in back of me too? It's really, really nice and powerful. So if I go over to this group and I don't have to aim. It does another ghosted version of myself over there. Single target won't do it, but you know, for the other ones. Really nice. I'm keeping an eye out for a red, red, green, a triple linked. Red, red, and green is what we need next. That's the important thing. Because we're going to have Molten Strike with Ancestral Call and faster attacks. Very nice. I'll try to give you an example of how most people would be dying here. How you get stun locked. Grab the egg, makes them all really mad, and then all these things come in, and all of a sudden they're attacking you, you're stun locked, you can't do anything, and you can't fight back and you die. But because we have a lot of armor, we'll take a little bit of a knockback and stuff, but no big deal. Just walk in and grab it. We're tanky already. And we took the life ring too. Life ring. All right, our next level. Let's grab this. And there's a mercenary pretty close by here. Mercenaries on the map there. It's right over here. So let's use our next point. You have two choices. You can go here for some regen. And that's a little bit of regen. It's not too bad. I'm okay with going more life and more armor. Either way, I think you're going to win either way. So it's up to you. If you like a little more regen, you can. But I'm cool with this. I like tankier. Just flat out like that. Very nice. But there's nothing wrong. If you don't have any regen, it is nice to have some. And you can always respec, and I'll even show that. I'll change my mind in town and show you how to do that. Alright, so this fight, we're going to make sure there's nobody else around. These mercenary fights can be super lethal. And aptly named. So, I got the map off. If you look at the inventory of this mercenary, you have to fight him, because otherwise the renown will drop. This is a sniper. This is a really painful one. This is probably going to be a death. But if we can get him and hire him, that would be great. I don't even know if we have enough gold. 56 gold, is that going to be enough? Let's take a look. Find out together.
Beat me, and the choice is yours.
5 gold to hire.
Take my
All right.
gear,
We fight him.
or
We can
send me
pick one of
packing.
these items.
That's the
Just control
Trothan
left click and
code.
pick that item or take the item. If we fight him, we win it. Do they have any items on here that are good? If that was a movement speed, we're just going to try to fight him, hire him. So, here we go. We might die here, but that's okay. This is tough.
Come on, let's see what
We're going to use
passes
our
for
sprint
strength
to
and
keep up with
rate
them.
pass.
And of course, oh jeez, dropping those things on us. Use our healing potion preemptively.
Gonna take more than
Sprint,
that. Come on.
sprint over to him because we have a slow swing right now. Nice, got a couple hits. Oh,
There's one
and we've
thing
hired
us
him.
Trothans
Not
respect.
bad. They
It's
scaled him down
strength.
when
And
the
you showed
league
yours.
first came out. These
You
guys were
lead,
brutal.
I'll
Now
follow.
we've hired our first mercenary. Very nice. Oh, look at this. They're going to be doing work for us. All right, so I'll go find the rest of the things, and I'll be right back. This is nice. I can just walk around. Oh, here's a big tough guy. We're a lot stronger with the mercenary. And if the mercenary dies, we gotta hire him back or revive him for some amount of gold. Looks good. Corroded, we'll get that. Keep going here. I'm gonna make this button right here, my W button, the come to me button. Meaning, if I want my mercenary just to come over to me, they'll just come over and it heals them. There's their health up there. Kind of hard to see, but oh well. Rustic Sash, 22. We had a 21 on, so take it. That off. And I'll go get the other egg. We'll take that. We'll even take the wand. And I think I'm ready to use 2 mana or 2 sprint potions. Let's go ahead and slap that on there. And notice that we do not get charges. Got to build up the charges because in town you can get recharged, but here we can't. Beautiful. Oh, I didn't notice, but she actually died. It's going to cost 4 gold to revive her. So she's not that tanky. We're going to want a tankier version. We'll get to her. We'll find one. The other thing is, when you have a mercenary with you, it's going to add 50% extra life to all the creatures too. The drops will be a little bit better, but the creatures are a little bit harder to kill. So it's a trade-off there. And we have all three, just like that. Those three. Put them in the wall. Hop in here. And we're going to get to the waypoint. Go to town and sell. There's the waypoint. And ideally, if we do it quick enough, that area back there will stay alive and in that state. And we can come back and just go do the other area. Let's find out if we can. And Tarkley, he's going to maybe give us a reward. Yep. Decoy Totem, Steel Skin, Vigilant Strikes, and Crushing. We're going to take this one right here. This one does a few things. We're not going to actually use it. We're just going to start leveling it up right now. I don't bother with using it. It's not a big deal. And we're not going to get hit with bleeds. So we're going to put it right here. And we'll put it on our E right now. The next thing he's going to give us is Shield Charge, which we don't need. And we'll take this off of here. So if you're bleeding, we're going to press this. It'll stop the bleed. And it'll give us a little bit of a shield buff too.
Farewell.
In case. Now we're faced with a couple of choices here. I have some Wisdom Scrolls. Not bad. If I were to sell this, I'd get a Transmute Shard. But if I sell this magic item ID'd, I'd get 4 alterations. I want the alterations. I'm doing well with these Wisdom Scrolls right now. Good, well enough to the point where I can get that, and cool. And we'll vendor off the rest. And we'll vendor off that Portal Scroll as well. Very cool. Let's take a look at the purchase. What we should be eyeing next is at level 6, which is pretty soon. We can level up and get this item. So we're going to need a Wisdom Scroll. Oh, we have 3 of them. We should be able to get it at level 6. Same thing with this, level 6. So we want those, so we got to have enough Wisdom Scrolls for that.
Goodbye.
Up over here. Worst case scenario, we could go like this, get the scraps. But if we sell these,
Yes?
it force a scrap per. Now we're up to 5.
Be well.
Kind of horrible. Here we go. Oh, and then this. This is worth quite a bit. I'm just going to vendor it. Let's just vendor it and be done with it. I'm not going to sit there and look at it. Because we're going to get 8 of those. We put them back in. 8 shards. And now we have 2. We're almost up to our first chaos. Very nice. Now we can go back in here. And we're going to go right back out the door that we just came in. And we're going to go and we're going to fight everything in that other area. It's right over there. And by right over there, I just mean right in here. Now we're in the fetid pool. And you're going to have to be careful because they'll run by you and kind of get into hidden areas. You got to kill everything in here to get the reward. Go, so we'll look around. And we're going to knock all these guys out. Very nice. Oh, and our point. We're going to spend it right there. Perfect. How much armor do we have? 70. 67. 68. Notice how it went down a little bit as you level. Takes more and more armor to keep up. Here's the mini boss. We're just going to focus on her. Take the map off our screen. I know it's annoying, but that's how you steer around. We're just going to face take her down. Ooh, we got an orb of augmentation. Very nice. 4 of those are worth an alteration. Sure. There we go. Perfect. We'll take the augment, that we're going to vendor. Stuff. Is that a 2-hander? No. Alright. Oddly enough, we're going to heal up here, and we're going to do exactly what I said earlier. We're going to ID this, and then we're going to take a look. Even though it's a 2-hander, and that's supposedly a lot better, it should be a lot more damage. This could be way off the scale, because it's got all those modifiers on it, right? Let's go into offense. We're at 29. I suspect it might be stronger. Oh, we'll take this off of here. Oh, we don't have enough decks. We're a little bit short on decks. Let's put it over here. How much short are we? 20 decks. We need 20 more. We'll get there. I suspect there's some decks right there. So in 1, 2, 3 levels, we're going to be in good shape for it. So I'm going to save that and just set it there. Here, we're good to go. Ideally, I wouldn't be using the one-hander like that, but if they really want me to use a one-hander because that's what's dropping, if that's the case, I'd also want a shield. So, seems odd, but I can throw a shield on there just for until we find a better two-hander, and we'll find one for sure. I'm gonna use both these sprint potions. Make sure I'm killing everything in here. Don't want to be looking around for the last. Oh, here's a nice rare, the golden color to it. So those are gonna have better drops. They're gonna be tougher to kill. Oh, I should hire or revive my mercenary too. Or just find a new one. That one died awfully easy. I think we'll probably just try to find a new one. Cool. Oh, and I'm full of stuff. Now, if that's the case, see this, I'd rather take that down because it's a magic item versus a regular normal item. And this item, because it has the outline around it, is worth a chromatic. It has the red, green, and blue linked. See that? And it highlights it like that. Once we get an item filter running, it'll be even better. We'll be in better shape. Item right. Now the pros will skip all of this whole area, this side area like this. They won't even mess around with it. For good reason. Let's jump. This one should be better than that. Let's take a look at ours or vendor or ID. This one, the block is 23. The block on that one is 60. Oh, block recovery rate. And then this one has the life. That's cool. We'll hang on to this. And copper sword. We'll ID that as well. Oh, but I want to ID so many things. Copper sword, one-hander. We're going to be able to use it. Let's say. The other bad thing is our accuracy is really low right now. This one has a lot of accuracy on it. 45 accuracy. And notice how we were able to move this over here and here. That was really good because now we can test something else out. So, we're sitting at 28 because this lowered our damage down a little bit. We're going to try out this sword. 28, 43. Very nice. And I think we'll just chuck that on the ground. And we're going to throw this on here. Now we regen some life. We've got some block and some extra life. Now we're even way tankier. Now, I want to get to the point where I can use a two-hander again, but for now, this is completely fine. And we'll be able to swing faster. And we kind of look like a tank. Let's spend this point right here. This is going to make us even stronger. Now we're going to get some nice regen. The stun threshold will be a little bit harder for us to get damaged and stunned. And then we have more strength, which is damage and life. So, take that off of there. 257 health, 269. Now each act, there's 10 acts to go through. Each act, you want to have about 300 life per act at the end of it, and we are already almost at 300. We're in great shape. Let's do this trick and go back to town. Let's get the reward for doing that. This is a Book of Regrets. And what it does is, you take it there and you right click, and it gave us 2 respec points. So if we bring up our, we'll bring this up, your passive tree. If you wanted to respec from this, we have 2 respec, we have 2 refund points that we could use. Ideally, you don't want to really use these now. What you would do is, you'd come over here to Bestel, and you'd say respec, and how much does it cost? This would cost how much? 6 gold. to respec like that. If we wanted to respec and maybe get this one, or let's say we really wanted that one, we could spend, what is that, 14? Wish they would just tell us how much gold and not how much we have left, making us do math. That's 18 gold to respec. Cancel out of that. I'm happy with this way. Very cool. And then we got 2 refund points if we wanted to use them without spending through Vestal. So, and there's a way you can get more and more refund points through regret orbs later. Very cool. Let's send this off. And we're going to vendor all this stuff. I want to ID this, and this. I want to ID so many things. We'll do it this way first. And we'll get rid of these. Okay. So, we want to make our first purchase. Another purchase, but this is the next item we really wanted. This one is 250 life versus this 150. We'll take that. And then we're going to put this one there and that one there. We'll save that. We'll hopefully get a 3-for-1 vendor recipe. This we're going to have to wait on because we don't have enough to do it. This medium one, we don't have enough to do it. And we could sell, let's see. Sell? We'll sell this little transmute. We'll sell that. Good enough. Uh-oh, hello. Somebody liked the video. Very cool. Thank you. All right. Let's ID these 2 pieces. And if that was movement speed, I would throw them on right away. They're not, but they're cold, oddly enough, and better armor. Cold is becoming is going to become an issue in this very next area, so that's really actually good. And what about this? Well, we run into a problem. Yeah, that's red. We don't have any other reds, and we really need a red-green. A red-green. So this isn't going to be a solution, even though that has a bunch of evasion armor. Even if it had 30 life, I wouldn't be able to really utilize it. That's okay. Sell item. We could always use a chromatic orb and try to do this, but we're going to find a 2-handed that's going to blow this out of the water. This combo, this shield sword combo out of the water. Let's go back over here. We're gonna pop these into their places. Control left click, and it kind of stacks them up right there for us. And these things, we don't want to carry this around, and we don't want to carry this guy around. So we'll just put it like that. Beautiful. We're in good shape, and now we're ready for the next area. And if you're ever concerned or worried where to go next, you just click this. It'll tell you. So in this area here, must be a little side area called Dweller of the Deep. That's where we're going to go next. Let's go into that. And we're going to put our map on, and we're going to find out where that is. It's going to be in this zone. So I'll be in a second. These fights in this zone are tough because end up frozen. Yeah, we're frozen there. You can get overwhelmed very quickly and have to retreat or end up dead. So we're going to work our way through this very nicely. I'm going to be using my healing potion. This guy summons extra creatures. Going to force him down. Didn't get a very good drop at all out of him. Oh well. Ooh, we'll take the portal scroll. Looks like another interesting thing over here. There's so much. Funny thing is, here I was fighting in Fortress maps and fighting the bosses and all kinds of stuff. Having a great time. And now I'm fighting in the mud flats and I'm still having a good time. So I do enjoy the game a lot. This is a shrine. It'll just make us go a lot faster. Very cool. Oh, here's another guy. So, I didn't like our last one. What about Mr. Stormhand? Let's find out what he has. And we'd like to fight him with the buff, so let's take a look.
Well,
everything will stop while you're able to look at him. That's really important. I want his stuff more than I want him to help fight. He does Frostblink, Orb of Storms, and Spark. He doesn't seem that good. We're just going to take his stuff. So I'm going to control left click. Do I want any of his other stuff here? Mana, Iron Ring. Nope. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with just taking his stuff. Especially this is really important for our first purchase. Control left click.
So be it!
And I wish they got that fight thing off. Oh gosh, we got some helpers here. Don't like all the helpers. I should have cleared out the helpers. I was used to being level 100. There he is.
Marked for death.
Don't want to lose this fight. Want that alteration orb. There. Now we can just focus on him. Where is he? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's blinking around like a madman.
Fine, just take it already.
We got it. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go find the Dweller. Okay, here's the Dweller of the Deeps. Little side area. Definitely have to go down and fight this. Do that. And away we go. Oh. Oh, we didn't fight. Yeah, we didn't hire him. We fought the guy. I was like, where's our helper? Looks like there's a helper right over there on the map too. We might need him. I don't know. Let's go find out. Let's find out what our accuracy is right now. 100% because of that sword. That's a big chunk. That's nice. Because of that sword, it has the accuracy on it. It also have. I didn't pay attention to. Oh wow, it's got a lot of accuracy. We might be stuck with this for a little while, but we'll see. Definitely want to get it back to a two-hander and really unload.
Turn around. I won't ask
Iron ring, not
twice.
bad, but we're not going to use it. Make sure this area's cleared out. We don't want to have a bunch of extra helpers during this fight. Here we go. What's this guy? Flame hand. Oh boy.
Well,
Look at him. An augment, not bad. All this stuff, no. Interest? No. We just want his stuff. And I don't think we want him as a helper, because the other guy died really fast. He looks like he'll die really fast, too. Alright. Roll left click.
So
Let's
be
fight
it.
him. Got a point to spend, too.
break beneath me.
Oh, we're standing in the fire, but oh well. Oh, he's got a nice energy shield around him, but I'm gonna be gone.
What are you waiting for? Take your trophy and go.
Take my trophy. I'll take it. Augment. Very cool. Spend that next point. We want the dexterity and the intelligence, oddly enough. We're already pretty tanky. We're going to go here now. Also, the majority of you will not have found an accuracy weapon, so this is going to be really important to get your accuracy up. As you can see, we're in good shape. This will just allow us to ditch our current weapon for a better weapon, even though it won't have accuracy on it necessarily. Right. I would have preferred to be one level higher, but this is the Dweller of the Deep fight. Let's see how bad this is. Version. All right. We're going to face tank him down, and let's do our best. Oh boy, he hits hard. And we're not doing that much damage to him either. Just trying to face take him down, so we're using our heals preemptively. We're going to have to mana up again. Use our second heal. Our first heal for the big hits. Mana up again. Heal, big heal. We're just face tanking him down. Nothing crazy, right? Our other feat worked out great. Now, this is a really important item that he drops. Let's take a look at it. This thing will turn a normal item into a rare item. So, a weapon, two-handed weapon, into a rare. So ideally it's going to add, if we use it onto it, it'll add spell damage. Not that great, but I can ignore that and hopefully we'll land some other good mods that will make up for it. Let's just see. We're going to put that right there and we're going to go back to town. We'll take all stuff. Ideally ID it, but I don't think we'll be able to. We'll see. And again, I'll reiterate, this is for new players. This is definitely so if you're more advanced than this, you can skip ahead to the later episodes as they come out.
Farewell.
Let's go see what Tark Lake.
You managed.
Very nice. This is a skill book. This is great. Right click, point to spend. Right there. Perfect. So let's take that weapon that we're going to test and see if it's better than the one we have. We can equip it now because our dexterity is 34. And let's go like this. Bring up our sheet. Put it on there. Now, this isn't perfect for a DPS calculation, but it's quick enough and it serves its purpose. 48, 58. Sounds good to me. Let's sell this stuff off and make our next purchase. Vendor. Now, here's the thing. I know that I'm really kind of low. I want to purchase
What little
this.
help I can-
So we're going to do that right now. We're going to purchase that. And I'm kind of low on wisdom scrolls. So how low am I? Sell those two. Yeah. I think I'm just going to go like this and sell these as those. Not identified. All of those things. Not identified. That's crap. Just this time, because I want these things. We're going to sell them back and get some wisdom scrolls that way. Couple. We got 4. And it'll be up to you. You know, if you want to use more or less, whatever the case may be. All right, let's
Goodbye.
tighten this up and we'll go to the next stage. 3. We got 4 augments. So we should be able to sell 4. Oh, an augment should sell. Wait a second. We should be able to sell the augments for a transmute or for an augment. Orb of augmentation. We should be able to sell them. Wait 1 second here, guys. It only comes out that way? Oh no, we gotta buy it, sorry. Purchase 4 of those for that. That's worth it to me. Really worth it. Now we've got 2 here.
Take care.
Chuck these in here. And now we have 5. Perfect. Now we're going to do our next big trick here. Put this over here. That over there. That's going to be for our next 3-for-1 recipe, which we'll do right now. That in there. Chuck this back over here. A lot of shuffling there. We're going to sell these 3. Now we've got 2 good-ish potion and that one. So at this point, you really should have something like this. This. We fought the guy. You've got 2 of these now, if you're lucky. If not, just 1. But if you can get a second one, that'd be cool. You might have found a movement speeds. Let's go see if we can find a movement speed here.
Greetings.
We'll look again. Move. The shield 3% is not going to cut it. I want the 10% on the boots. But what we're going to do is, I said, we need an axe. That's going to be a transmute, and it's level 9. Probably good to use it on that. Transmutes. I don't want that. We could use an axe. That's 2 transmute. Here's one. This one. I think we're going to buy this one. We have 1 transmute, and we're going to try that. Let's do it. Let's buy it. And we're going to use this right here on that. Ooh, it's got accuracy too. That's important. That's actually worked out well. Nice. So now what has it got? Spell damage, right? That doesn't help us, but fizz damage does. Fizz damage, crit, mana per kill, accuracy, all those do. Let's see if this one outdoes our shield single hand weapon. 58. 69. I'll go with that. And sell. I'm happy with that. And we're back to a 2-hander. Very nice.
Stay sharp.
Now we're gonna sell. We're gonna do the next trick here. We're gonna try to get this item into a chaos. Let's figure that out. And we could revive her for 4 gold.
Ready for action.
Maybe she won't die right away. All right, we're gonna do our first trade, and you go to pathofexile.com/trade, and make sure you're in the Mercenary League. You're doing you're on a PC or whatever console you are, whatever one you're on. You want to look for online only, and we're going to go over to the bulk exchange. Got this whole mess here. You're going to say, items I have these, and I want a chaos. So we're going to search. And here we go. You have 100, you can get 21. No, that's not good. This guy will do 5 for 1. So you could do a couple of things. You could do a direct whisper, or we could copy this. Either way, we're going to do that way. And let's go back into the game. Sorry, and a direct whisper will just automatically send it in the game. I want to show you the, this part of it. So we're going to open this up. It's highly unlikely that he'll just 1 for 1, but who knows? We'll see. If not, we'll go to find somebody that wants 6 for 1. Because this is not really worth his time. 1 chaos. This is 2 weeks into the league. But during the beginning of the league, it's about 15 to 1. It's important to get up to that first set of alterations to use to get your first trade. You might even be able to trade for items for alterations as well. Let's go find a guy that's doing 6 to 1. Let's scroll down and we'll find a guy. Oh, he wants 7 to 1. Darn it. We're going to have to save up a little bit more. We could always try this. Right click. Right click. Whisper. Oh. Six. Oh, he's AFK. All right, let's get our next alteration so we can get our first purchase. Back into this. And, oh, it's still alive. It didn't get reset. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes to reset. And we're going to go find the way forward. This is what we're looking for. This is the path upwards. And we'll go up here. Ooh, here's a good guy. Might be a good fight here. She dying? Yeah, she died. I looked up and she was like almost no health. So she cannot face tank anything. Which makes sense, she's a sniper. And let's see if we can get something good out of this guy. Oh, we got an amulet. First 2 amulets. It's going to be important to save this one just in case we need some dexterity for some reason to equip something. So I don't need the dexterity now. This paw amulet. Increased mana regen rate. I'll definitely take that. And an iron ring. And that we can vendor that stuff off for if we ID it, we'll get closer to a shard and get close to an alteration. Right? Ooh, almost red, green. And we got a point to spend. We're gonna go right here. More health. 253. 64. This one is a big one. Nice. Now we're out on the ledge, and we're just going to go to the waypoint. Cool. Things to ID. Let's ID them. I've been picking up all the magic items because we want alterations, the shards. Pretty cool. And that'll give us 6 extra strength. Do we need that red slot up there? Not really. We can move it down here. So 12 extra strength, 11 extra strength. And the armor is a little better. Nice. And this is just vendor stuff. Now, you're thinking, oh, this is great. If I had a red somewhere else, I would swap into this one. This has a lot of armor. But I don't, so I can't. Oh, well. We could use a chromatic on it. We'll do that in town. Alright, we're at the waypoint. This point's the way forward, so if this area gets reset, you don't know which way to go, that's the way forward in the quest line. Alright, so I do like that armor. It had other good stuff on it too, and a lot more armor on it. So, increased armor, strength, increased stun. Okay, so I'd like that, but it's got the wrong colors on there. Let's do this. We'll use one of these, and hopefully I'm going to hold down shift. I'm going to roll it once and see what happens. Red, blue. I want red, green. I've got 2 more to go. Come on. Oh god, that's bad. 1 more. We did it. Red, green. Perfect. Whew. Put that there. Oh, let's compare the defense now. 64 with that one. 74%. Nice. Now versus big hits, you're not going to get to reduce it by 74%. but a lot of the little hits, it'll be just 74%. That's why if you see a lot of things just nipping at you, it won't be any damage. They'll nip at you for 10, it's reduced to 2, you're in good shape. Cool. We can vendor all this.
Yes?
Let's ID that too. Might be better than the one we have on. 8 life, 19 mana, red regen. No, ours is better that we have on. We'll vendor this, the portal, that, and that. We've got 17 shards and... Oh, we're still not there. We're going to store this right down here just for possible future use. And away we go. Go right back onto the ledge and get that next shard. That we need that we need that shard. What we could do, highly not suggested, but you can reset this whole zone on purpose. If I hold down Control and left click on a thing like that or a portal door, it'll bring up this UI. And if I said new, we'll go into a new version of it and notice how it's reset. Sure enough, there's the stones, but they're pointing this way. This is the way forward now. But if I wanted to rerun this area a few times, I could do it that many times as you want. Medium flask, that's nice. I think we have 3 now. Take that. We're almost up to the next stage. So I'm gonna do this fights, and I'm gonna get that thing and get our first chaos before we do our fighting here. Jane boots, please. Movement speed. Now a rare boot has up to 6 mods, so it could land movement speed very easily, right? It did. We're in great shape. We're gonna move this one over here. Movement speed, even though that one has 2 more armor, it doesn't matter. And now we also get rarity, so we're gonna find more items. Nice. And we got some strength, some regen, some mana. Very nice. Very, very respectable pair of boots. Very cool. They're Quicksilver flat. Not a lot we can do with that now, but if necessary, we could have done the recipe. Now I don't have an augment, so I can't do that. I'll save it for the next recipe for that. Cool. Now, if you're a pro at this, you don't have to go at this pace. You can definitely not have to fight every one of these guys, but I want to show you how you would do it from a new player's perspective. And we're going to have a checklist of things that you should have done by the end of this episode. You know, the bare minimum to progress. It's going to be valuable. If it was red, green, that'd be very valuable. It's got life, it's got some armor, all that, but not red, green. And it's not linked. Alright, so I have enough to go back to town. And I'll do that. I'm gonna ID a couple of these things. That one, the rare thing, that's good. And I guess that. The only 3 wisdom scrolls we have again. Exile. This one, this one, this one. Oh, it's not ID'd. That, and that. Okay. Now we have 1 more wisdom scroll. We can ID and vendor it. No problems. Now we're up to 8.
Take care.
Pop that away. Turns into 1. Oh, we have 7. Now we have 8. I don't think we'll need 8 for it, so we should be in good shape. Also, do we have enough for a 3-for-1? We do. Let's do that. Cool. And we'll put this one over here for our next 3-for-1 for that. Not finding too many of them, though. We'll put this away. We might be able to get another wisdom scroll out of this. That's fine, or a scrap or something. Oh, we got a scrap that way. Okay. Let's do the 3-for-1 and that at the same time. Why not? Nice. And we'll coming up on the next level. Let's see, 12 for the next level of potions and flasks stuff.
While we live, we are blessed.
Put that away and this away. All right, so now I'm gonna go whisper the next guy. We'll do a new search. See if anybody's there's the 5 for 1 guy that we talked before. Here's a 7 for 1. Contact, direct whisper. Your account must be logged. Oh, I'm not logged into the right account. Okay. So we'll just whisper him from here. And got our 7 ready. Come on, buddy. Find out. Come on. Otherwise, we'll whisper the next guy. It might cost us 8. And he didn't. He's like, oh, dude, he didn't want to do the 1C trade. And I can understand, but that's all I have total. Oh, well. Oh, well, we'll keep going. We'll get a couple more. And let's spend our next point. Right there. That's a big one. 296. 4. Very cool. Of this war. Looks like a fort. Beforehand. Hold.
Time waits for no one.
I'll take them. That's literally 12 wisdom scrolls. So I'm cool with that. And doesn't have any cool stuff. Alright. Do it.
Pains of kayaks in special
It's
for
on.
your last breath.
We can use our steel skin. Doesn't last very long. Eventually we'll have that automated. Like this. To Cyclone not having to do nearly as much aiming.
Ash to ash.
Steered us back in the right direction. Linking around.
What are you waiting for?
take it.
Take your trophy and go.
Now we can also improve our items with it. Here's something we could try that. See what we can. Some resistance and some flask recovery. Not recover. We could improve what else? Not that. Ooh, maybe this amulet. 2 of them. We'll spend 2 of them. The max life, nice, and some mana per kill. I like it. And we're gonna ID. Second, yeah, we'll ID this. That and very nice. There's an outside chance that this weapon, even though it's magical, could be better than ours if it had like physical on there, or so. You know, just because something's rare doesn't mean it's going to be automatically. Let's take a look at what a rough guess. 74. It's not going to be, but 43. Much worse. Now, before you go into this next area, you should have had a weapon, a 2-hander like we did, with that Dweller of the Deep, and use the thing on there. Oh, this is fine. This is the prison area. So, should have this by now. You should have a double, a red and a red at least. No problem. Our armor should have in good shape. So some, you know, if you can get some armor here, but ideally on your chest, that's where a bulk of it's going to come from. So you're going to be tanky. You're going to have 2 of these flasks by now. You're going to have at least 1 of these and maybe 2 mana flasks. So you might have, most likely, you have 2 of these, and 1 of those. We've got 3, actually. You'll have maybe 2 coral rings, and you know what? We can go out and no, I wanna actually vendor these things. So I need the wisdom scrolls. I was gonna transmute that into something cool. We gotta have some. There, so we've magicked all our items. We don't have any normal items on now. Oh, except that, but that's no big deal. We'll work on that later. Wisdom scroll. Go. Let's work our way through this zone. There should be a portal pretty close here. Round slams, kill gem. We'll just vendor that off. We have another merc over here. But I would like a couple of things. I would like to clear the area out before we fight them. And I would like that buff that I just saw over there. Shocking buff thing. Oops. Beautiful. If we can fight whoever are left over. Take the buff. Oh, one of the stragglers. Let's go check them out. And there's the timer for it. 42 seconds.
Make your
Yeah, the
choice.
transmute.
And be quick about it.
4 wisdom scrolls or, yeah, 4 wisdom. There's a nice item. Max life with axe. I think we actually want that more. So we'll take that. That'll help with our accuracy. So we're going to control left click, or you just click it and say, control left click. I don't want this.
Paint a kayak's specialty.
We're going to use our
Let fury
sprints
take
to
you.
help with them. I didn't flash. A wall. Usually I can just spin right through those. Oh, jeez, he's actually working.
Break beneath me.
Pretty neat. Make it a UI or AI on that. Oh, let's push him back. Not used to having to aim much. Very lazy. Oh boy. And he blinks away. Very skillful. Oh jeez. Alright, let's take care of these helpers. Yeah, I'm really slow right now.
Draw your last breath.
Has that energy
Draw
shit.
your last breath.
One swing. Place on a
Fine, just
A ring.
take it already.
and I'd rather have that than the main. And now we could look how much our damage. 74. We're tanky. I like that. Or we're tanky enough. But if you're not tanky enough, you life rings. Buy 2 life rings. Or we're cool. Or if you don't want more damage related, there's your options. This thing right here, what it spawns is it spawns a bunch of statues. Kill the statues once, and whatever statues you were able to kill, they're going to come alive. And the ones further away are the more interesting. So I'm looking for the more interesting ones. Emeralds and stuff like that. And there's a timer clicking down. There's one. Sprint over to the next area. Hopefully they're interesting. Right here. Hit it good. Really in time. Got Archer hitting that. Eternal chest. Whetstone, very cool. Stuff right here. Ooh, and a chromatic. Cool. Go get the other guy now. A lot of fun. I can have fun at the very first act, and I can have fun in tier 17. So I do enjoy the game a lot. Oh, here's the guy, the special guy. An augment there. A plate vest, not triple linked or anything. Alright. And we don't have room. Understand. On the ground. Place it with that. And good to go. Oh, there's the waypoint. Go back to town and take plus. So we just go it activates. And you can see the point. We're really trying to get alterations. Trade for a chaos. Now, once we get access to Faustus and can do the trades automatically, we won't have to do these whispers. Let's vendor all this off and get back to it. And the reason I'm using Molten Strike is because Cyclone is not available until level 28. That's why we're doing that. Let's use this trick on our glove. That out. Nope, we don't. Gem in. Not terrible.
Man.
Alright, right here is called the lower prison, and this is where we're going to be doing our first boss. So before you go into this fight, I want you to make sure that your accuracy is 100%. You can address that a few ways. Two-handed sword. These kind of swords have that line, that the implicit line, 60 accuracy. You could get one of those. If not, you should have gotten these two stat lines. This one and this one should have got you enough accuracy. If not, I would get another level and spend your next point right here. If you're not at 100% accuracy, you should be. Then ideally, you want to have around 65 to 100 on this. 65 damage, DPS. Let's take a look at what else. And the life could be around 300-ish. And you should have a good time. You can do those three things. You've passed the checklist that you should be going on to and going in here. Now here's the thing. Once you become a pro, all those, you won't need any of that. You'll be able to do this on a lot less than that. But for right now, that sounds safe. All right, here's our first reward as well. We went through that area, and it's faster attacks. So ideally, you're going to have the three things. Bare minimum, red, Ancestral Call. Ancestral Call, if you missed it, you can purchase it from her too. She's available right here. You just type in Ancestral. Should be it somewhere. Right there. And now that she gave us this, faster attacks is also available to us for a transmute. But we got this one. Now what that's going to do is that 86 is going to go up. Find out. 104. Much better. Ideally, you're going to have some armor. Your armor should be around, I don't know, at least 150 to 200. We're in great shape on armor. We're in great shape on DPS. We're in great shape on our life. We're doing great. You should have something like this. You should have done your flasks by now. That by now. I think at level 12, so we can't upgrade again, but that's okay. We're going to use these flasks. And that's it. You should be in good shape. First alchemy shard, too, now. So we're back in the prison area, and we're going to go face our first big fight here. Take care.
I survived the pits of Trathus. I'll survive you. Go on.
Extra guys.
You know the rules.
Good. And an alchemy. This worth more than this is worth more than that. So, thing crazy that we have to use now. I'm gonna try to take it stuff.
End of the line.
We can put up our steel shield steel skin by putting in pressing. It only lasts a little, but we'll take it. See that alchemy? It's highlighted even.
It's yours.
Very cool. Now I'll assume you haven't, or that you haven't had enough to make your first. We're going to assume no trades yet, and we're just going to go forward. It's actually a good thing that we can get our first trade before this fight. Now we can, set a bare minimum, minus trading. Even on the first day though, you can do this. I did it. I've done it multiple times. First day, very cheap, one chaos type trades. Even trades for alchemies on the first day are very common. All right. Tough guys here. Look at that guy. Whoa, he'll fight us. Armor scrap, you know what we can do? Nice. Our armor at 73, 47. Went up about 15, 20 armor points on the armor there. Our first superior, a large flask. That's interesting. So it's better. But here's the thing: you can vendor off a total quality of 40, and you'll get a bauble. So you definitely want to save these separately. because you're going to get a bobble out of it. And this one's a little bit better than that one, because the superior quality gives it 273. But we've got to get some charges back into it. Also, this is the first area where we're going to put our quest thing on here. Turn that on. And under Game, UI, Quest Tracker. You're here. Save. See how it says, should say it in green. It doesn't though. But there's an important quest to do over here. One second, I'll get over there and do it. Or show you it. Alright, so we're in the lower prison. And this is the trials of the Ascendancies. There's going to be 6 of these that you're going to have to run through these little mazes and find this thing. And there, now it highlights in green. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. We're going to run through this. We're going to get a little bit more. Now here's the thing, if you don't have enough accuracy, you're not at 100%. And here's the thing, as you level up, you're going to need more and more accuracy to meet your 100% requirement to hit. So, double check that occasionally. And we're just going to take this because we want more life. That one's okay. All right, let's do it. Door. And don't want to get stabbed by these things. Run around them this way. Turn this lever. Wait for these guys to get by, and then we're going to run right over here to be safe. We're going to hover over that. Is that... Oop, it's not better than ours. Ours is 22 and that. So you can run in here if you want. Or we'll get stabbed. That's how much damage it... Heal up. We're going to stab again. And we're going to sprint. Fight these guys. Stuff. These are summoners, so definitely want to kill them off before... don't want to sit there and fight those. They don't give you summon creep. Or loot. We're going to walk right here. And then we're going to walk right over. Target the summoner first. And we're going to hit that plaque. Now, I could just make a diving run for that plaque. And do that, but we're okay. Augment. Cool. Really... Okay. Let's take a look at the heavy belt. Other rare items we have. And this one we'll just sell because we don't have that many wisdom scrolls yet again. This has strength, life, regen, hold down control, and fizz reflect. So I'd be giving up whatever the damage is. Compare that real quick. 104 to 92. About 10% of my damage. But we're at 410, you'd go up to 437. I don't think that's a fair trade. I'm going to vendor that. I'd rather vendor. This is an important item too. Woo-wee. Okay, so we're going to create that. We're going to click this. Sure enough, we've done the first one. There's this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And work through them. No problem. Hit this, and we're right back to the opening area. Pretty cool. We'll keep going over to this orange thing we're aiming for. And you don't want to fight all these guys because they don't give anything because they're summoned. Get through. Always open these. And the Mirror of Kalandra. And the upper prison area. There's also a new hidden area around it. You actually find it. Kind of a little weird area that's kind of marked in an odd way. If you happen to find it, I'll show it to you. Point. And it pauses the game now. There it is. This is going to be big damage boost. 9. Ooh. 36. Very cool. The area that I was about. Oh, it's says I can go in there, but I can't go in there. There must have been, there was a switch right here on the wall, and I just clicked it. Show it to you. There's a switch right there, and you click it, and now we can go in here. Guarded by 3 monsters. Now, we could make this a rare thing by using that on it. I don't want to use that on there. That's too expensive. If we had a transmute on it, we could make this into a magical strongbox. But we'll just open it as a normal. Summon all these guys. We gotta kill them all. Whatever drops, drops. And a bismuth. This I'm probably just gonna vendor because I'm not gonna sell it. You can take a look at the cost of it. Maybe 1 chaos, but nobody's buying these. That vendor or store these away. We might be able to get some out of them, but there's quite a few different ways we can go about this. We might just transmute these, hope for some good rolls on. Well, bunch of options. All right, sharpshooter, sniper, not very.
Clock's ticking.
Fusing. So a fusing, it'll help link things together. So we can look.
Clock's ticking.
Got a fighter with no stuff. And that stuff. What?
I don't miss.
Look around on us. Oh, she dropped some ballistas. Oh, they're tanky ballista. Locked it. Oh no.
You fought for it. Take it.
Yeah. Let's go up to the next area. Going. There's a thing to fight the summoner. Here in the Warden's Quarter. Alright, so this is the first big boss fight that you're going to be facing. Make sure your accuracy is 100%. Very close to it, 95%. You don't want to be missing and get unlucky. Your damage should be around-ish, ideally by now. Figure out a way to get it there. You saw how we did it. You can go back and make sure that's the case. Your armor and your defense should be, 100-ish, probably by 150. You have 2 of these. You're in good shape. You should be this. And the health should be around 300. 440 is... We're just going to follow the
Your brawn is about to
bloody
meet its
trip.
match, brute. Give the warden my regard.
This way. Bits and very cool. And ideally, based. For a tank. All right. Blood.
You will know my
Here we go.
message.
All right, let's do it.
Come and share it with me.
Get him right over here. Let's fight him. We're gonna use our steel skin just because it's there. We'll use it again. We're just face tanking him down. We'll heal up preemptively because he's gonna hit us 3 times like that. We'll use it again. Face tank down. That's how easy it should be if you spent some time working on that kind of stuff. We don't have much room here. We'll take that and over here. The robe. Orful. Down this way. A mess of X. Out here, and there should be a back to home. And I think we are in good shape. We are what, level 12? We'll do a checklist. All right. Let's vendor all this off, and I'll be right back. Nessa might give us a reward. Nope. We'll vendor this off. That's a chromatic because there's 3 linked colors. Chromatic, which changes colors on items. At this point, you really should have a 3 link. Meaning a red, and a green, linked together, Molten Shell, Ancestral Call support, and faster attacks. If you don't have that, that's going to be one of your high priorities. But also have enough accuracy, and you should be using a two-hander. So, if need be, take a little bit more accuracy nodes. We saw where those were. I'm going to vendor that without ID. This one I'll ID. That one I'll ID. ID that one too. We have 3. Okay, good, good, good. I'm going to vendor this because there's nobody that's... And we'll vendor that one too. Oh, we've got 12. That'll be good for the next episode because I'll show you how the first trade works. We're going to vendor that off for a transmute and hopefully just, get some... we have 1 transmute here. So, let's do a purchase. We're going to purchase this, the 3. We might really do this. Let's check and see if we can do a 3 for 1 rest. We could. We're going to do that. And that. Watch this.
Hello.
Sell these. Then we're going to sell this one, and this one. Not that one because quality on. And now we have our first raider. It's 360 health over 3.5 seconds. And 3 full uses. 32 charges. Nice. And let's take a look. Do we have a better mana potion? That one's magical, so we can't buy a magical. That'll be the next thing we do, is get the next thing will be on the list. But so far, we can put these away. We're going to go over a checklist of things that you should be at this point along with me. We'll put this here. Put this down. These we'll deal with later. Actually, we're going to try to transmute one of these. Get lucky. Now you can get unlucky and have a decreased duration. I don't want that. Less duration. The thing I don't want. So I'm just going to vendor this one.
What little help I can offer.
Good enough.
While we live, we are blessed.
Put stuff away. We got an armor scrapping. And a fusing. Very cool. We're on a free-to-play account. It's extra challenging that way. We'll get augments. At 4, we can get another one of these, but we don't want to do that. Put it like that. So now, in the next episode, 12 should get us our first chaos as well. So ideally, next episode we'll do that, and we'll buy our first item with it.
The wardens.
Wanted to give it a leap slam. We want that. We're going to put leap slam. And ideally, we're going to do leap slam with faster attacks. We have a faster attacks right here, and can we buy it? We don't have a transmute. So in the next episode, we'll take the leap slam that we just got, and we're going to put that right here. Go. That off of there. Should be in some kind of a situation like this.
Farewell.
Where now you have leap slam because you're using a two-hander or a weapon like this. Now we can leap slam around and jump up on top of things. And when we connect it with faster attacks, it'll be even smoother and nicer. You can start moving around even faster. Leap slamming. Boom, boom. Guys can just knock them right out. All right. Should have learned a lot this episode. The next episodes, we're going to be moving a little bit at a little bit quicker pace. First episode's always more detailed and slow because it's showing you all the different things. Like the trick where you click a portal like that, and you could reset an area. As far as the checklist goes, weapon should be at about 80 to 100 minimum DPS right now. Your defense should have at least 100, 150 armor. You should have ideally a 3-link. If you don't, that's going to be your first thing to work on. You're going to have your leap slam. In the next episode, I'm going to get a transmute by the faster attacks and have that going. Should have done that earlier and had 2 faster attacks leveling up, so it would be already. Steel skin should be leveling up. It's there. when we want to use it, it's not that good yet. Eventually it becomes very, very nice. And we should have 10% movement speed boots. There's a couple different ways you can get those. If you don't have them yet, you could vendor a, let's actually quit.
Still alive.
I don't think I have it. You'd take a regular pair of boots. Magic, not magic boots. Well, something like this. And then you would sell them to Nessa, or a vendor, with one augment and one of these. Now, you should have two of these. If you don't have two of them, don't do it. But we could, and all of a sudden you get a 10% movement speed boots. You should have that as well. You should have all these filled out, and they should probably be magic at the very least. Now, here's an interesting thing. I want the alterations, but if you really want to use this augment, you could augment this. Let's say this is a magic item. It only has one mod on it, and we could add it has a suffix, but we could add a prefix in this case by right-clicking and using one of these. Now we get a little extra life. This one has all, that's full. It has 2 mods on it. It's a magic item. Full. This one could as well. Let's do it. Let's have some. 18 life. Very nice. Do it there too. Can't help it. Armor. There we go. All right. Now we've got it. Pretty cool. We've got all magic or better items with at least 2 mods on every item, except our flat. We're going to be working through. As far as the ranks go, we're still in the rookie rank, and you're basically getting out of kindergarten, and you're ready to go to just elementary school. And if you've done the things that that I just went over, you're at the very basics of the game. Meaning we're really tanky, got a lot of life, we're in good shape. If you're at this point, at this level and everything, you are in great shape. The next episode, we're gonna continue on here, do a big boss fight again, and then we're gonna get into Act 2 and go from there. A lot of fun. And we're gonna do our first purchase. We have enough now. 12 will be basing enough for a KF. Somebody. And we'll be in good shape. During the league start, it cost 15 to 16 of these for a chaos. They were less valuable. But right now, they're very valuable, but only in bulk. Somebody doesn't want to do it. Trade for 1 chaos. Not necessarily. But especially when it's pretty cool. I hope this helps. Have a good one. Paid attention to that before. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next episode. And this is for new players. Don't, if you're a veteran, don't get on my case too much here. We're having fun. We're doing a Juggernaut, Cyclone of Tumult. Only 12 people in the league doing it, and I bet you very few of those are doing physical base damage. So we might be the only one. So we're definitely off meta. Have a good one and enjoy. But we're gonna make it work, and I'm gonna show you.